Record.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Festivus. We're not to Christmas yet. Today is Festivus. And believe me, this entire video is an airing of grievances to my team mostly. How are you,
Yes.
Mr. Heath? You're still getting your outfit together with your
look
stupid
what I did.
Santa hat.
Look what I did.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's better. There you go. Now you look like the bright head that you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
No, I'm still licking my wounds from my the Heath's had a rough weekend. We lost by a combined 7. We'll cover that.
So if you'll fix your gaze to what we're sharing on the screen, you'll see this is an example of the winners of the week. These are all winners from winning teams only.
Okay, I like it.
One of them was a guy I picked up and then decided I don't need him anymore, but we'll get to that later. So
okay.
Not the wisest of moves. Let's go to the videotape. And the first step is you versus your sister.
Okay, now I didn't have a big chance of winning. However,
Stop.
My man,
we're not doing that. Look, projections, you're 2 points below her. Don't tell me you didn't have a chance to beat her.
I'm
By
talking
these standards,
about going into Tuesday night.
No.
Going into Tuesday night wasn't looking good, but then my man Jalen Hurts comes up with 28. I almost pulled it out. However, it wasn't enough. I lost by a measly 4 points. Terry's in the playoffs. Congrats. I guess I should have started Christian Kirk instead of Amari Cooper or Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah, man. You know, that's not your fault, though. Pittman, if you didn't watch that game, got injured early. And so, again, injuries happen, and that just tank that guy for you. You know, and little do you know that's going to be the difference between winning and losing. She had a couple of stinkers on her end, but again, all you got to beat the person in front of you. She had enough to do you. That Saints defense that killed Tom Brady got her 20 points, so very good there.
Yeah,
she was smart to play them, and you know that's a risk though, because I mean I understand the Bucs didn't play well against them the first time, but that's not what is it they say about all those stock tips? Prior performance is not indicative of future, whatever it is results.
Yeah.
But it's like Tom Brady, has scored 5 touchdowns in a game. So she's rolling the bones going with the Saints defense. She could have really gotten hosed and lost that game because of that, but she gambles and wins. And funny that you had the Bucs defense. So I didn't pick that up until just looking at that.
And they didn't
but anyway,
do bad.
So you want to talk about any of the other people?
Nah, my team. I mean, I tried hard. I made decent moves, but wasn't enough. Just barely 4 points. Can't be too sad.
No, well fought, that's for sure. Okay, moving on to our second playoff matchup, and that was your wife.
Okay, again, a 3-point loss for poor Dawn. Dawn has, a decent day. I mean, Kyler Murray was back, but nowhere near what he was supposed to. He already highlighted a bunch of nobodies, but look at Travis Kelce, Brandon Cooks. They did great. Wasn't enough to take down halfback Mustangs, who get the win. Congrats, Kev. I'm actually, if someone's got a win, I'm glad it was Kev, because I felt bad for kind of talking him into playing. And look at Kev, you're there. You're on your way.
1 game away from the Super Bowl, which is where he was last year. Let's see if he can make it.
That's right. Halfbacks, another big day from Mark Andrews. He's been coming on quite a bit of late. Jeff Wilson Jr., no idea who he is, but
I have a story. Keep going.
Okay, and then finally, Jonathan Taylor does what Jonathan Taylor does. He's the #1 back in the league this year still, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be tough. Yeah.
The Jeff Wilson Jr. saga. So going into this year, one of the 2 tenants I stuck with for a while until it just wasn't panning out and I had to cut bait, but maybe I should have stuck with it, although I don't think it would have mattered. One person wouldn't have changed my fate, there was a lot of reverence for San Francisco's run game, right? And there were a lot of different talks of, hey, this guy, it's going to be this guy, it's going to be this guy. So I picked the guy that they thought was going to be the guy going forward. He didn't do crap. He barely played a couple of games. He's had maybe 1 game and all of it. But Wilson was another guy. They said, hey, whoever's playing for San Francisco, go grab them. Well, because Kevin already had Elijah Mitchell, who was the default back. Anytime he was out, it was go grab the other guy, which I did not to much effect for my team. But this Jeff Wilson Jr. guy I did have for a spell. Then he was cut, and obviously he helped Clemens. I mean, without him, he doesn't get the 3 points and a lot more from it, 21 for crying out loud. Exactly. Good job for you picking up the scraps off the table and using them to better advantage than I did.
Yep. So tough game for Dawn. She put up a good fight with 100 and whatever it was, but
75 to 77. Yeah, it was very close.
Pretty dang good. Okay, Matthew, your nemesis stomps on your toes again. You cannot score less than 100 points and make it to the big show. You gambled with Satan and it cost you. It cost you. 3.76. Dalvin Cook at 11. Mike Evans with 2.4. Oh, you were betting on Tampa Bay big time.
You think?
You got 3 of them right here. And Rob Gronkowski with 4.9. Your 49ers defense did pretty good. I'm assuming you picked them up last minute. That was a nice pickup.
Yeah.
But, talk about defenses.
Yeah,
30 points.
I wish I could say the rest for the rest of my team. You're exactly right. This is the theory of all the eggs in one basket. And when that basket went rotten, it happened to be on the 1 week I couldn't afford it to go rotten. This was not just a normal season game where, it's 1 loss. Okay, you'll recover. No, this is the playoffs. And thank you, NFL, for scheduling that division game in the fantasy friggin' playoffs. Oh, that killed me.
Well, Todd's 29 from Cowboys certainly helped, as did who is that? Dallas? Oh, Dallas.
Goddard. He's a tight end for Philly.
Look at that, 22.5.
Yeah, I needed them to have a very quiet. I needed Philly to pretend they were Tampa Bay on Tuesday night, and instead they ran over. They pretended they were the Saints or whoever went off and just killed them. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I had no chance after that happened.
Look at Todd. You know, he was on the ropes at one point during this season.
Yes.
Pulls it together, limps in. Look at him now. He's one
limps
game away
in the playoffs, and he's one game away from He's one game away from the big dance. And again, the CeeDee Lamb, again, 11 points. Yeah, he's in the wheelhouse of 16, but I needed a lot more from him. So it was just like,
you didn't highlight your Rashad Penny 6.4.
But I only didn't do that because he was only projected to do 10. You're right. I needed a lot more from him, but 6 out of 10 isn't bad. It's the other ones that really let me down. I mean, look at who thought that Tampa Bay would score 0, not even 1 point, not a field goal, for crying out loud.
It's your fault.
Yes, I know. Yes, blame Matt. It's all Matt's fault. Good.
I think you're like
this. I can go back. I should go back and find the old video where you were yelling at me about Todd many years ago. He gets rent in your head. He gets mail in your head. He owns you. Well, you're right again. So,
you didn't even need
Paul is saying it's over for Matty.
He didn't even need Tucker.
No, he didn't need Satan himself. Satan's henchman, whatever you want to call Tucker.
Okay,
let's move on.
Now, wait. Before we move on.
Yes.
This is a dumb question, I'm sure, but I still want your opinion.
Sure.
So, in hindsight,
yes.
Do you pick Brady again next year?
I don't know. I mean, I would say no, because I don't think I want to put all my eggs in that basket like I did last time. I mean, but on the other side of that, it was having those 3 that let me win a lot of games I definitely would have lost without it. So it's kind of like it cuts both ways. But what it exposes is when it gets down to the last, those final games, is you need to spread that around. So if that one team does tank, so if I would have only had one Tampa Bay player and a bunch of others, maybe I could have survived or at least cobbled together something better. You know, that is the lesson I take from it, is that going with them was maybe right during the season, but it screws you in the playoffs if only 1 week. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one that lost because of that in the playoffs for other, leagues, but it's like, I think I went a little overboard in the get everyone.
Well, now let me ask it this way. Okay.
Sure.
Because you're right. I think a lot of teams do the same thing with KC, right?
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people load up on Hill and Mahomes and Kelty and teams where you've got studs at multiple positions. But my question was that, but I'm leaning more towards the whole, joking aside, the whole karma side. Do you take Brady? Do you take a guy that you can't stand, or do you do you think that comes into play at all?
It's a valid question, and I think it doesn't matter except for postulating things like this. I mean, it's the same thing for when I wear a jersey for a team and they lose. I'm like, oh, it's my jersey that cost. It has no effect on it whatsoever. But yes, it does suck because I hated rooting for CeeDee Lamb because I hate the Cowboys. I hated rooting for Tom Brady because he's Tom Brady, So I got nothing against Mike Evans and Gronk's not an unlikable Patriot. He's one of the ones I don't mind, along with a few others, but they're few and far between. But no, maybe that comes into it. I don't know. But it certainly did teach me that all the eggs in one basket can really screw you.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever did that again, I would jettison all of those before playoffs and keep one maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth it.
No, and I get what you're saying, but if superstition exists, it's in sports.
True. No, I probably would never take Tom Brady again. And again, he's so old. Maybe he does this again next year. Maybe he proves everybody wrong. But there were cracks. There were games this year where he fell over. And who knows if he keeps playing this year, what happens in the playoffs if he wins another Super Bowl, does he retire? I don't know, Yeah,
gotcha. All right, let's move on. Okay, so we've got the Wild Poopers. So, the road to victory is gonna be strewn with the bodies of his offspring.
Exactly.
He had to take down Cat last week, and I think he goes up. I don't want to. No spoilers yet. Okay, let's cover this game. Cat, unfortunately, you did great. You got into playoffs. You made it happen. Tyler Boyd does well. George Kittle has had a couple of great games for you. Just not enough to beat Dada. Dada takes it down. He has a good days from Cooper Kupp. I mean, good days. All MVP. Good days for Cooper Kupp.
MVP, yep.
And then Deebo Samuel has a good day.
He's had a huge year too.
And then you're going to get, I guess, Lamar Jackson. So if anything, if there's a hole in this team, it's at quarterback right now.
Yeah, and again, Taysom Hill, this was his. I'd have to go back because remember I paid so much for him and then jettisoned him. This might be one of his lower scores this year, this 9, because he's been averaging over 20. So this was a down game for him against Tampa Bay.
20.
Even though they won, but it didn't matter in this case because he had enough from Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp saved his bacon for sure because remember he was really close going into that, and then once he took off, it was like forget it. I mean, think about it: 140 minus 36. He's right in that wheelhouse of being beat.
Yeah, and 10 points from his combined starting running backs.
Yeah.
That's not great. And how does New Orleans pull it out? And he's got a combined 14 from the starting quarterback and the starting running back for that team.
Because all they did was kick field goals, and their defense played great against Tom Brady. That was it. It was a very slow offensive game for both sides, even the one that won. You're exactly right. No, it was a wild weekend of some very improbable things happening. Some that affected fantasy teams, some that didn't. But it was wild. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, congrats, Jay. Let's move on.
Moving on. So very slow waiver wire activity. Only one child. Oh, and hey, I didn't show this because we don't show the losers.
I know what you're gonna say.
But congratulations, Tommy Shelby. First win.
That's right. First win. Congrats. It starts now.
That's right. She's building for next year.
That's right. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Jason picked up the Seahawks defense, and that was pretty much about it.
The Dolphins did so well for him last week. I wonder, he must be playing matchups or something.
Yeah, he's playing the matchups just like I was. So we'll see how that works. And we're moving on to the winners bracket, and you'll get these ones. I just wanted to show this one for hey, this is how it shake down. Like you said, Jason is killing all of his children, much like that person from the Bible that was asked to split his baby into. He's already killed his daughter. Now he's going to try to kill his son.
I think it's called familicide, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. You're the serial killer, not me. You should know all those terms. Look at that hat. That screams serial killer.
How's the song go? Let the bodies hit the floor. First one is down. Second one is, Karen's going up against Todd. This is going to be a good one. I wonder if they're going to get together for this. That would be fun.
Oh, I hope they do. And I love the fact that there's still one Heath alive going up against Clemens.
No, I know. She had to take down a Heath to get there. So we got Clemens going against my sister. Yes. I got to say, for Todd and Terry, some tall orders. I'd say Terry, she's got a stout team. And Todd's coming around. So I don't think either of these are foregone conclusions, but I am happy to see that the strongest teams finishing the season are in it and continuing.
I don't like it. I like upsets. I want at least one, if not two upsets this week. I would love to see a Todd Terry Super Bowl. That would make me chuckle with joy for sure.
Well, there was at least one massive upset last week. So you got your wish there. I got knocked out.
Real happy about that. That's right. Number 9 taking down number 3. All right, you get to share for the 2 matchups we have, right?
Yes, I do. Okay, and I'm ready.
Nice.
Let's go to screen 2. And come on.
Right in front of that screen.
And share. And blip. Okay. Can you see that?
Not yet. It says it's sharing, but it's getting there. Probably still painting them. I'll tell you when it's up. Yeah, there we go. Now we got it.
Okay. Do I need to move it up or down?
Yeah. Scroll up just a titch. One more. There. Stop right there. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we've got the TV casualties going against Karen from Roseville. This is an exciting one. This one's going to be good because it's Devlin on Devlin. The line is 20. You know, Jay's got a really strong team. Miles Sanders is questionable, but it looks like everybody else is healthy. And I wish you luck, Todd, with Dak Prescott. At least one of us got something good out of that trade. But I wish you luck.
Didn't so much pan out.
No, Antonio Brown suspended the whole stinking time. And
he's back this week.
Oh, that helps me. Yeah, great.
I know. Sorry. So what I was going to say was let's look at the player ranks for Jason. He has 2 1s, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Talk about being stacked at those positions.
Yeah, no. I mean, look at all the single digit position rankings he's got on that team. 1, 4, 5, 6. So
right.
It's going to be a tall order, but
it should be father wiping the floor with son. But like you say, any given Sunday with 1 week playoffs, anything can happen. So that could happen here.
He's still upset with his 1 week playoffs. You would need 4 weeks with your performances last week, so don't complain. Okay, and we've got the next game. Let's go. You going to say anything about this?
No. That's good. I like it. No. Again, like you say, it's going to be crazy to see it go because as we get towards the end of the season, crazy things happen like that New Orleans and Saints game, right? I mean, there's a lot of those games, and I wonder also if those 3 games that were shifted to Monday and Tuesday, if that might have had some effect on how they played, how they showed, all those moving around things. And if that happens this weekend, who knows, right?
Right. All right. Well, in a much closer affair, the line on this one is 2.1 in favor of Terry.
Yes.
Is that right? No. Sorry. In favor of
Kevin. Average. Still. I was thinking average. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
They're close.
So anyone's game on this one.
For sure.
Josh Allen going against New England, not sure. Gibson questionable, probably play, but everybody else healthy. I like all these teams are getting healthy right towards the end of the season. It's very interesting.
Or people are coming back that were injured. Yes. You're absolutely right. This is going to be a good matchup because, like you said, not only are they evenly matched, but again, look at some of the player ranks. Josh Allen, the #1 quarterback this year. She's got Cordell Patterson, the #6 RB, and Jamar Chase, the #7 wide receiver. That's great. On the other side, you got #4 quarterback with Stafford, number one, as you said before, Taylor, #1 tight end, Mark Andrews, right?
Yeah.
So this is a pretty well-balanced matchup on paper. We'll see if it shows up in real life.
On paper, this is the better game. But
on paper, this is the one that's the nail biter.
Yeah, they're both going to be great. I wish all 4 teams luck. I like everyone in playoffs. So I guess I don't care who wins. I hope Terry wins, and I hope he gets paid off before Christmas and she floats some of it my way. You never know.
Peels off a couple for her her brother. Hey buddy, here's for rooting for me.
That's right. So Matt.
Sure.
Do I owe still for this year?
A lot of people still owe. I'll try to sort that out soon.
That?
I'm still in the what are the different phases of grief? I don't know what phase I'm in, but I'm not to I'm reconciling the league yet. I'm still in the denial phase. I'm looking at my team going, why? Why did I do that? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that?
Yeah.
This will take a while.
Okay,
and a lot of booze.
Yeah, exactly. I'm planning on doing that tonight and tomorrow. Drown my sorrows.
Man, that is smart thinking. I like that.
I did the last of my shopping just now, stocking stuffers.
Nice.
And I am done. That's where I was. So
that's good. Yes, when you get done with that, it's time to drink for sure.
That is correct.
Exactly. So, just don't be like Uncle Billy and lose the money to Potter because, that all went south for George Bailey.
Okay, that's right. Zuzu's pedals.
Zuzu pedals.
All right. Well, hey, Christmas week.
Christmas week it is. It's going to be a great week. I hope everybody spends some time with their families. Fauci and all of his, don't get together with him and blah, blah, blah. Look at him to get tested.
He said it's okay.
Is Scrooge.
All right. Well, anyway, our Christmas present to you is Maddie and I being enthusiastic this week and filming, even though we both lost. We're still in this to bring.
Sorry, it was late. That was me. I thought I could do it on Wednesday, and it didn't work.
Hey,
that's me.
We're doing the best we can. It's a holiday week.
Exactly. Interruptions will be frequent and often in this one, but don't worry. Right. We'll be there next week to see who's in the big matchup. That's going to be epic. And also, get ready, folks, because I'm going to be reaching out to everybody for next week to get together that game we talked about. Since we didn't do a turkey bowl, we'll see if people are available sometime next week or weekend to get together, do a little family thing, and then maybe head over to my house for some drinks and food. Something fun and festive if people are available. I don't know what their schedules are over the holidays, but we'll see.
Okay. Yep. So wishing everyone the merriest of Christmases, right, Matt?
Absolutely.
What is Santa bringing you this year? Do you know?
Well, he already brought me the coal with Tom Brady. They both snuck into my room and dumped it on my head.
I see. Jerks. Okay.
All right. I'm hoping that Santa just what am I hoping for?
This is what I got.
Yeah, the burst blood vessel. I'll get you a.
We'll keep an eye out for you. I want a Pirates patch.
Exactly. It's Kev. He's lost one eye, but he's still mean.
Yeah. All right. Well, do it.
Do it to it. So for Kevin Heath, this is Matt Dickey saying we will see you next week. I won't say set your lineups because I'm sure you will. Good luck to the playoff teams. This is it. Let's see who makes it to the next round and the finals, the Super Bowl, the whole shebang. Who's it going to be? I don't know, Kev. Take us out of here.
Have a classy Christmas, Bonestorm.
Ho, ho,